Types of plant tissues. All organisms are made up of cells. While the number of cells in plants and animals varies from species to species, a living organism may comprise of single cell like in Euglena or billions of cells as in a tree. An individual plant contains many types of cells, each adapted to perform a particular function. Each plant cell is self-contained and at least partially self-sufficient. This is because plant cells have a number of organelles that perform all necessary functions. In plants, the processes of differentiation and specialization allow groups of cells that are structurally or functionally distinct to form tissues that have specific functions. Plant tissues are of two types: meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissue is mainly responsible for the growth of the plant as it consists of actively dividing cells. It is of three types: apical, lateral, and intercalary. Meristematic tissue, which is present at the tip of stem, root, and other branches, is called apical meristems. This tissue brings about the elongation of the shoot and root. Dividing meristematic cells at tip of the plant are responsible for increasing length of the shoot. It results in an increase in the height of the plant. As apical meristem is responsible for primary growth, so known as primary meristem. Meristematic tissue present in a root tip divides actively and helps the root to penetrate deep into the soil. This is axillary bud. It also contains lateral meristematic tissue. Dividing cells of lateral meristem are responsible for growth in thickness and causes the organ to increase in diameter. This is responsible for secondary growth. In monocot plants, another type of meristematic tissue is present: intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristems are located at the base of leaves. It is found only in monocots like grass, banana, canna, etc. Permanent tissue. Second category of plant tissues is permanent tissue. These tissues are actually derived from meristematic tissues. The cells of permanent tissues do not have the ability to divide. These cells are already differentiated in different tissue types and are now specialized to perform specific function. Permanent tissues are classified into two categories: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. According to this classification of the permanent tissues, tissues that are composed of only one type of cells are called simple permanent tissues, while those made up of two or more types of cells are called complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues are composed of cells which are structurally and functionally similar. Three types of cells make up this type of tissue. These cells are parenchymatous cells, collenchymatous cells, and sclerenchymatous cells. Second type of permanent tissue, that is complex permanent tissue, consists of two types of structures. Each of these is made up of a number of cells. These structures are xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem both are responsible for conduction of material from one part of the plant to another. As these structures are the ensemble of many types of cells, they are considered as tissue and jointly both are categorized as vascular tissue. Parenchyma. Parenchyma cells are living cells. These cells are generally oval but polygonal when packed together. Deep down, they are elongated. The cell wall is thin and encloses a dense cytoplasm which contains a small nucleus and a large central vacuole. The large central vacuole allows the cell to store and regulate ions, waste products, and water. They are widely distributed in several organs of plant body such as stem, roots, leaves, flowers, and fruits. These cells form the most common and versatile ground tissue. Parenchymatous cells take different shape and perform different functions when present in different parts of the plant. Parenchyma serves as a packing tissue to fill the spaces between other tissues and maintain the shape and firmness of the plant due to turgid nature of its cells. When parenchyma cells contain chloroplasts and perform photosynthesis, they are known as chlorenchyma. When parenchyma cells contain large intercellular air spaces and functions in gas exchange, the cells are known as aerenchyma. There are certain parenchymatous cells that function to store carbohydrates. Collenchyma. Collenchyma cells are elongated and have unevenly thickened cell walls. Like parenchyma cells, they are still alive when mature. Collenchyma provides structural support, particularly in growing shoots and leaves. The cells are characterized by the deposition of extracellulose at the corners of the cells. In collenchyma, intercellular spaces are generally absent. Sclerenchyma. Mature sclerenchyma is composed of dead cells with extremely thick cell walls. Evenly distributed thickness of cell wall is due to deposition of cellulose and lignin. Due to excessive width of the wall of these cells, cell cavity or lumen is nearly absent. The cells of sclerenchyma are closely packed without intercellular spaces. Sclerenchyma tissue is a supporting tissue. There are two types of sclerenchyma cells, fibers and sclereids. Fibers are generally long, slender cells which commonly occur in strands. Fibers are of great economical importance since they make up the source material for many fabrics such as flax, hemp, and jute. Sclereids are variable in shape and usually shorter than fiber cells. They make up the seed coats of the seeds, the shells of nuts, and the stone of stone fruits. Xylem and phloem are two types of complex permanent tissues, each composed of many types of cells. Xylem is composed of 4 different types of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. 2 types of cells perform conducting action and the other 2 provide mechanical support. Both tracheids and vessel elements are dead when mature and have thick lignified cell walls. Vessels are very long tube-like structures formed by a row of cells placed end to end. It forms a continuous series of tubes up the stem, allowing more efficient water movement. Tracheids are long, tapering cells with pits in their walls, through which the water passes as it moves up the plant. The main function of xylem is to carry water and minerals in upward direction from the root to different parts of shoots. Phloem is second type of complex permanent tissue. Phloem also contains 4 different types of cells: sieve tubes, companion cells, fibers and parenchyma. Sieve tube members are highly specialized. The ends of these cells are perforated by porous structure known as sieve plate. The conducting material passes through the sieve plate from one sieve tube member to another. Phloem transports sugar, proteins and minerals around the plant. Unlike the xylem where flow is only one way from the roots up, phloem can move sugars both up and down the stem. Permanent tissues can also be grouped into tissue systems, and in plants, 3 such systems are present: dermal tissue, ground tissue and vascular tissue. The dermal tissue is the boundary between the plant and the outside world. It functions in protection against water loss, regulation of gas exchange, and absorption of water and mineral nutrients in case of roots. There are 2 main types of dermal tissues: epidermis and periderm. Vascular tissue. Vascular tissue system consists of the 2 conducting tissues, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem, along with the other supporting and protective cells, form vascular bundles. Vascular bundles in plants are arranged in such a way that they form a continuous system throughout the plant. It conducts water, mineral salts and synthesized food substances and provides mechanical support. Vascular tissue is also known as conducting tissue. The phloem and the xylem together form a continuous vascular system throughout the plant. The epidermis is the primary outer protective covering of the plant body. Epidermal cells are irregularly shaped and do not contain any type of pigment, so look transparent. Cells of the epidermis are also modified to form stomata and hairs of various kinds. The cells forming epidermis are of parenchymatous type. They are covered on the outer surface by a special waxy coating known as cuticle. Stomata are openings in the epidermis, mainly on the lower surface of the leaf, that regulate gas exchange in the plant. It is formed by two specialized epidermal cells called guard cells, which regulate the diameter of the pore. Epidermis has some other structures also, like trichomes. Trichomes are minute hairs projecting outwards. Hairs are appendages extended from epidermal cells. They exist in a variety of forms and are commonly found in all plant parts. The other dermal tissue type is the periderm or bark. It replaces the epidermis of stems and roots when the plant gets old or shows secondary growth. Ground tissue. Ground tissue fills interior of plant. Ground tissue is made up of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Most of a plant's body is made up of ground tissue, which has a variety of functions including photosynthesis, storage of carbohydrates and mechanical support of the plant. Vascular tissue. Vascular tissue system consists of the two conducting tissues, xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem, along with the other supporting and protective cells, form vascular bundles. Vascular bundles in plants are arranged in such a way that they form a continuous system throughout the plant. It conducts water, mineral salts and synthesized food substances and provides mechanical support. Vascular tissue is also known as conducting tissue. The phloem and the xylem together form a continuous vascular system throughout the plant.